thing that I thought would be really important to touch on is the fact that Andrew forgot to bring the milk for the coffee this morning. So you may have seen us setting up the shot of him pulling out the drawer, getting the coffee beans in the grinder, and then we had this moment and we were just like, where's the milk? So
no coffees. We're buying coffee this morning.
No coffee this morning at Diamond Head, which is a bit of a shame because last time we were here we had that absolute best morning ever with our coffee in hand. But I'm really, really looking forward to the day and just being on holiday. I mean, I'm sure we'll catch you up very soon, but we've got 2 weeks off, 2 weeks to just enjoy the surf, the sand, the sea, and being back in Riley just feels absolutely amazing. I'm trying to convince Andrew to go back to full-time van life, but more on that later.
Yeah, hit the road, Dan. Let's go.
We've got the mighty famous Coffs giant banana. This is a tourist attraction of dreams. A big banana coming to you live from Coffs Harbour. Andrew's had enough. I do want to apologise in advance for all of the blurry clips.
I was going to say this is probably pitch black if you're exposed for outside.
Thanks for the words of encouragement. We are currently coming at you from the side of the highway. Thankfully, nothing's happened yet and crisis has been averted, but our tyre bag was falling off the back of the tyre. I think it's just come off over time, and Andrew picked it up because we've got like a camera in our rear view mirror. He picked it up and he's like, oh, the tyre bag's falling off. So I'm just filling them in on the fact that we almost lost the tyre bag.
So I was like, okay, if I don't pull over now, we're going to lose it.
Yeah.
So hence why we're on the side of the motorway now.
Very noisy side of the motorway. So that was a lucky escape. Are we in?
We're in. G'day. Been a long time. We're back. But are we back? That's the question.
It's actually been a while.
To be honest, for us it's been a long time because if we're honest, we actually haven't been in Riley,
living in Riley,
aka our Defender, living in it
for quite some time.
Yeah. We're away for 2 weeks now, and that's kind of like a little segue into what we're actually doing and what the reality is now, which is kind of smaller trips away now instead of we're living in Riley. So
my fault.
I'm going to let Max kind of explain a little bit as to why and what's happened.
Hot seat.
Yes, hot seat. Take it away.
So we headed up to tropical North Queensland and had to come back for the cyclone, which luckily we managed to avoid because the cyclone was absolutely insane.
Yeah. We had to come back a little bit sooner anyway because we're heading over to Morton Island, which if you haven't seen, go look at our last video because that's from Morton. But then after that we kind of headed back down to Sydney, spent New Year's and Christmas there, and then
didn't leave.
We didn't really leave.
If I'm honest, guys, like van life was a lot more expensive than I'd thought it was going to be.
Yes, I think accommodation was a big thing in terms of paying for sites.
Yeah.
But we, obviously getting into it, we were like a bit cautious about sleepering in places.
Yeah.
You've seen the tour video.
Yeah.
You know that Riley stands out quite a lot.
Riley's high vis. So you can't necessarily, I mean you can, anything's possible. You can park up anywhere you want to in the world.
Yeah.
And hope for the best, but I just had a lot of anxiety. I think especially being a woman, it's not really something that I felt super comfortable with. I know there are a lot of people out there that do it and they're fine with it, but that wasn't really something that I felt safe and happy to do. So we'd be staying at a lot of campsites, and I think we found with Queensland, like, there just weren't many free options available.
There's some low cost ones, obviously national parks, they're great plus, but especially on the East Coast, everyone says it, there's not many free camps along the East Coast at all. I mean, we're from New Zealand, where we wanted to go to Byron, Noosa, those hot spots, and we actually wanted to stay there for a while and experience them properly. There's no proper real camps that are reasonably priced around there.
And reasonably priced, I'd say, is like $25-$30 a night. I'd say that's reasonable.
I'd say 25 under is like, you know, low cost. I'm happy with that.
And we're set up to be pretty off-grid. Like, we've got a bathroom. We've got a toilet. We've got a shower. You know, so we can stay off-grid, but we'd be paying $40-$50 for a literal piece of grass
with nothing else
right next to a highway. So I think for me, that was a big factor that was kind of stressing me out. And I was working full-time on the road. Everybody does van life differently. I think my biggest learning was remote job would be great, but 2-3 days a week.
So with you working full-time, we were doing it a lot slower, but it also meant it was a lot harder to experience these places more, and it was just kind of me doing my thing while you were working, and then it wasn't what we had kind of expected. So we've kind of recouped, living in Sydney again. We're doing big trips away like we are now. So obviously we're away for 2 weeks, heading up as far as Noosa, and then keep YouTube alive, keep, you know, traveling alive, because we love it.
And especially we've decked Riley out. Like, the plan was for us to be on the road for at least a year. We need to stop the camera. I've lost it.
Follow along. Cheers. After many failed attempts trying to get this going, because apparently, I don't know if this is new knowledge or not, but fire starters can stop fire startering.
We think so anyway, that's our experience.
Ours, every time I lit it will just go out. So we end up just having to use shot coals, because we used some coals bags, some kind of kindling that we had. So it eventually worked on like literally our last bit of paper left. We're humming along now. Once this is really going well, start throwing the veggies on, the steak, and then dinner, or underway, I should say. So yes, reality is, this is us when we first wake up. Very, very nice. Yes, that is the road last night. We actually didn't have anyone drive past at all last night. Maybe like one person in the morning, but that's it. Oh.
The famous bellman.
So, I don't know if you can hear this on the audio, but there's literal pterodactyls out here. One thing, oh my, you can see it sitting in the tree.
What is that? She can't zoom any further, but
they're like black parrots or something. I don't know. What I was saying is, we didn't mean to be influenced, but we were definitely influenced to get the Bellman. This is honestly the only way I think we can make coffee with it literally tasting like it's a barista level, if not just Breville barista level coffee. It's actually out the gate. We used to use mocha pots all the time, which is essentially like a long black. Once you understand how it works and can perfect it,
took a few tries.
It is unreal coffee.
Oh my god, it is a parrot. Yeah. It's a huge parrot. Oh my god. They're massive. Oh, bloody beautiful.
It's delicious, isn't it? Oh, are you serious?
Sorry, I really tried.
You guys are way too cocky as soon as the camera's out.
I know, how embarrassing.
like from the top of out of our bedroom window. Not bad. It's a little fireplace we had last night.
And that's all the people that we had next to us last night. Still a beautiful camp, but I just think it serves as an important lesson. Don't believe everything you see online. We just wanted to show you what it's really like driving around Riley in the middle of summer.
With no aircon. Still not fixed.
Turns out it was a $1,700 fix, so that was a no from us, but we have a trusty $20 fix from Amazon.
Does the job, doesn't it?
Vanlife. Beautiful Byron Bay, baby. Cruising into Byron Bay today after being in Tweed Heads last night.
We were actually in Byron yesterday, but it was probably the windiest we've ever seen. It was just in straight on shore, so it's no wind today. Hopefully go for a little surf. Otherwise just gonna chill out,
get
some coffee, and then we'll be heading up to Burleigh to see my siblings. Rolling into camp.
Rolling in. Oh my god, this guy looks scary though. Okay, I'm actually wigging out. Babe, I'm wigging hard. Oh my god, wind the window up. Oh my god. Holy. This is the same campsite where we had the snake incident, so I'm hoping tonight's a little bit different.
And then we're going to be just through these trees here, overlooking the lovely little lake.
Now, I don't know if you can hear all the bugs around, but Andrew reckons, oh, we'll be fine to cook tonight and there won't be many bugs. Do you still stand by that comment?
100%.
So you're going to be outside cooking because...
Always back yourself. Even if you think you're wrong, back yourself again. And why are we cooking in here?
I don't like to cook in the dark. And as I'm the one that cooks out of Andy and I, although he does prep, I just don't want to be covered in mosquitoes. And because it's so hot, I would prefer to cook inside. So we'll just show you how that goes. We don't do this often. This is very rare. But we actually designed our build with this to be our countertop. So tonight this is how we're going to be doing things. So update, since we last checked in, we've moved the fire extinguisher.
It is in a now reachable location rather than being locked in the door, which is usually there. Let's go.
We started off our day this morning quite slow. The day's now, I think, turning it on a little bit. We were kind of worried. Last night was very thundery. We actually had a few family members check in.
It was so bad last night. I swear to God, maybe every like 5-10 seconds. There's thunder and lightning going off, and it was so loud. So it's nice to actually wake up and there's some nice blue sky, and we'll see what the weather does today. It is meant to rain again. It was meant to be raining now, but it's meant to rain basically the whole day.
But yeah, I'll finish off doing my skincare, get the breakfast on, Andy's on coffee already.
It's already brewed.
And we're gonna get into the day. I just had a girlfriend reach out and send me a message saying, I don't know how you actually do van life. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that you're sleeping in a car right now in a farm surrounded by snakes and spiders. And do you know what? I actually don't understand either half the time why we do it, but then we wake up in places like this, literally like the most beautiful locations ever. But today we are going to be faced with thunderstorms in about half an hour apparently, so we'll keep you posted on if that actually happens. I'm thinking it will. It's the sunny coast. What I've learned about the Sunshine Coast is 1 minute it's rain, the other it's sun, but hey, it is what it is. I think that's just part of being in a place that's really hot and humid compared to Sydney, but we'll see how we go. How does it feel to be the door girl today?
It's not great. I feel like I've been demoted for some bizarre reason.
Open the gate, please.
Take us away.
Maxi moo on the manual.
Okay.
But this is not easy for a loner driver. Imagine this was on the road. That one's having a nipple, babe. It's not interested in moving.
They're pretty chillin' though.
Yeah, I don't care if they're pretty chillin'. Now I'm back on gate duties, and fair enough. That was very eventful.
Every time she does this gate, she seems to trip over, fall over, or do something. So let's see if we get anything actually on video today. No, it comes towards us. Comes towards us. No. Well, she has to make it a tight squeeze for me, doesn't she? The gate goes the other way, but that's okay.
Oh. What are we doing?
Making coffee in the rain. Cooking with a view.
The view of the rubbish bins, but then also that's the view of the beach, which is actually beautiful. We were here yesterday and it was a lot sunnier than it is
so nice.
today.
Because it'll be a lot easier to just go and buy coffee considering it's raining, but
We haven't really got anything better to do.
I kind of enjoy the art of making coffee anyway, so YOLO, well, we got nothing else to do in the rain, so why not just make a coffee? Life's short. Good for the soul. Not even about the caffeine.
For those playing at home, we are doing corn on the cob if you're from the US, or we're doing mealies if you're from South Africa, or just corn if you're from anywhere else. We're also doing grilled halloumi, capsicum and onion. We've fried up our steak and it's just resting, and then we're just going to do a little bit of fry up.
So nice just to cook with a view like this.
Fire.
The real life of cooking with fire is this.
It's worse than onions. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no, we're losing the corn.
Oh God.
So yes, people, this is exactly how it's going right now.
How's about that rain, babe?
How's about that slow truck on a steep winding hill? I might just let these peeps pass.
What do you mean?
Defender life, eh? You're in the slow lane, eh?
You really are.
We're only 2 minutes away from the Ecom. Excited to have a shower. It's been a few days.
Has been a few days.
And then just relax, have some champagne, some beers, relax in the bath and the fireplace, and just take it easy. I'm hoping it does actually get super stormy now because it's meant to.
Yeah, I guess that was the whole point of getting an Airbnb. Was
Exactly, avoid the rain. Since we did book this Airbnb and Wrangler little content shoot.
So we're staying in Montville. We stayed here quite some time ago, but we are back now for a little stroll through the town before we check into our Airbnb. It's literally a minute away, so we've got about half an hour to kill. Super excited.
High time. What's this? Day 6, pie number 7. I don't know. I'm here for it though. Let's go.
Andy was very, very grumpy before.
I wasn't grumpy, I was
No, he gave
hangry.
up on the op shops. We gave it a good go for all of 5 minutes. We went to 2 shops.
We went to 3.
2.
Felt
And he
like 3.
said, no, we're going to get a pie. So here we are, off to get a pie. Famous Kenilworth Bakery.
Let's get it.
Well, we've pulled up to camp. We were really hoping that we would be absolutely okay for rain for the arvo because the sun was coming out. So I was doing a few house chores while Andy had some DT. And now it's just started raining again. But you know what? It is what it is.
Exactly. But it is. Well, now it's really pouring down. The beauty of having a huge awning, the roof being up, and this gull-wing window is even when it's raining, we can still have such a nice indoor-outdoor flow.
Yeah.
This is the realities of van life, though. to a T.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't show the rain and the times spent inside.
This is
literally
it.
going to be us for the afternoon, not going anywhere. But you know what, in the same breath too.
What can you do? It's a tough lifestyle, someone's got to do it though. This basically sums up what it's been like today.
What's cooking, good looking?
You tell me.
Tonight we are just making something really quick and easy because don't want to be in the rain for too long, even though obviously, as you can see, we're not actually in the rain.
Yes.
But it's actually been quite cozy. You've been inside doing some work. I've been outside reading my book.
I've actually had to change some flights around.
For the second time.
For the second time. So it's been a day of just kind of catching up on those things. I've had a few emails to get through. It's going to be one of those evenings that's very relaxing. Let's see how the evening goes. The last 3 nights have been full of thunderstorms. So we'll see if it's kind of going to be the same tonight.
This morning we've woken up at a really cute hip camp in Coolalabin. Come for me in the comments if you know the correct term, because I definitely don't. But we have woken up here surrounded by so many trees. It's actually a really cute spot. We're the only ones here. Super cute. So green. For anyone wondering what our usual breakfast on the road is, it's something like this: bacon and egg, jammy to start the day. And we're going to brew our coffee now so that we can, you know, easily have a coffee later, because we like to plan ahead. You never know if you're going to be able to get a car park when you are doing van life that, you know, fits the car or has space for the kitchen to pull out, because as you can see, it's a pretty wide kitchen. So fingers crossed that we don't have to worry about that at all today, in case we want like a late little snack. But the day's getting started. We're off to a good start.
So we're back. Well, I wouldn't say we. I'm back. Spent the morning in Byron Bay, which is beautiful. Went for a surf at the pass. If you know, you know. No wind this morning, kind of 2 to 3 foot. That was fun. But now I'm just solo traveling back down to Sydney. Max isn't here, she's at work. You only get so much annual leave, unfortunately, but I think that's just part of the corporate life. We'll see what I get up to. I kind of have 2 days to drive back from Byron back to Sydney, because I've got another shoot in Sydney on the Friday. So here we are, making it work. Here's to the next 4.5 hours of cruising by myself. How many of you people watching have travelled in Australia, or at least up the east coast of Australia, but the one thing you'll know, and that is probably pretty evident even from what I've managed to film, it is incredibly boring. Please comment if you also agree with us. Get excited when you start seeing rest stops, because it's just like, finally there's something different you can look at. Lose my mind a little bit. We'll check in soon, give you an update, but bit of food for thought. Off the boring highway, however, now I'm in traffic through Cops. At least it's something a bit different, so I'm not just cruising along the same road. But yeah, it's a tube. this is exactly what progress looks like. Let's go. The last little push until we get to camp. Look at that, nice little ruse. There's heaps of them. And good morning. It is a stunning morning here at Diamond Head. Super grateful that this is the weather. I'm just going to make the most of it while I can before I hit the road again. Have my morning coffee and just going to sit here and enjoy it all. I don't think there is a better way to start the day. If you think there is a better way, let me know, because I think coffee is essential. Yes, call me reliant, call me addicted. I'm here for it. This coffee is just so good. So I mean, you probably keep thinking, this is probably the third time you've seen Diamond Head, but we just love it so much. It's so relaxing. Beach on the doorstep, it's super cheap. I think the one thing that, for me at least, is from New Zealand, you don't go to camps and you don't have kangaroos walking around and you don't see all this crazy wildlife that you see in... I think I see dolphins, actually. Speaking of wildlife, literally. Oh wow, there's a huge pod of dolphins. See, you don't get that. I swear to God that wasn't cute. But you don't get that in New Zealand. So I'm just going to wander over and see if I can see them better. But this morning when I was making my coffee, I just had a kangaroo come up maybe like a meter behind me, 2 meters behind me. I got a little video on my phone because it was like right there. But there's just so much wildlife around here, and yes, there's snakes, got to be careful of that. But I just think it's so peaceful here. Bear with me while I have my coffee and find these dolphins. Around there. So as I was saying, the wildlife here is just honestly insane. It's why I love coming back to this campsite so often. So I know this has been a bit of a messy vlog, not on purpose. We did actually intend to film quite a lot. I mean, I kind of kept forgetting to bring the camera with us everywhere when we actually did things. But this is probably the end of this vlog, I'm going to say. There's not so much more exciting stuff happening of where I am right now, considering it's just driving back to Sydney. So I think this is probably going to be me signing off. Coffee in hand, enjoying the last of the sun until the rain hits. And we will see you on the next one in hopefully 3 or 4 weeks. Obviously, if you did make it this far, appreciate you staying tuned and watching. Obviously, this is still new to us and it's a learning opportunity. We'll see you soon.